John Cena, Cody Rhodes contract signing on SmackDown. Let's deep dive this thing a little bit, shall we? My name is Matt, welcome to Assemble. Subscribe to the channel if you guys end up enjoying this. So we had Cody Rhodes come out at the end of the night. He's gonna do the contract signing with Mr. Cena. You got Adam Pearce in the ring. Now I thought this segment overall was good. I really did enjoy it beginning to end. Some nuances in there, a different change of pace between Cena and Cody going into SummerSlam, and we only have 3 weeks to do it. Now we got like 2 more shows and then that's it. Cody was interesting here because he did address the whole piece of the tweet message online of don't flinch, thanking everybody, and even addressed the fact that fans and people and dummies like me critiquing and analyzing and breaking it down of what it could mean. Could mean nothing, as we said. And Cody kind of leaned into that a little bit more of how he was just saying like he's not going to flinch anymore when it comes to getting the title back, essentially beating John Cena. So I like that Cody brought this up, he addressed it. So Cody's, I guess, thesis or focal point here going into SummerSlam is don't flinch. And from King of the Ring, get the ball back. Because we know at WrestleMania 41, he flinched. He didn't hit Cena with the belt. So his contract signing did a great job, I felt, of kind of contrasting where Cody was going into Mania 41 with Cena and where it is today. Cody trying to be the ultimate good guy at the 41 and that build and even in that match, and John Cena taking advantage of that because he was a full-blown heel. And then this is a little bit of a different beast in contrast to what they did before. So when you had John Cena come out, Cena's role in this during the contract signing I thought was interesting because he played it differently. And it is a little bit interesting if you watch Cena from original heel turn to the Randy Orton program, to the CM Punk program, and now to Cody Rhodes, and how his character evolved and how it's changed up until like SmackDown when he did this contract signing. By the way, I like the little touch in the video where you did have the split screen, or they gave it a split screen effect, because they were sitting across from each other, but the camera had like a little bit of a haze and a blur where they were trying to show both guys at the same time, nice and close in the shot. So I did like that. So Cena's approach in this was vastly different than what he's done before. Before, it's always been, praise me, I am the final real world champion, pointing down to the crowd, talking down to them like they're bad, this is their fault, I'm taking everything away. And this one, because Cody was out first, talking it up, like he's all angry and agitated, Cena's approach was doing the cowardly heel piece. Now, I have some theories on this and why, and I want to know what you guys think, why Cena's character, why they did it this way, and, well, why Cody did it that way as well, in terms of maybe being more aggressive and Cena playing the cowardly role. To me, it could be a couple of things. One, it helps with the segment, because if you had Cena going in there acting all aggressive and kind of the same attitude that he's had before when he's taken on Punk, when he's taken on Randy, I don't know how well it works. Like if we changed it up, they did the contract signing, but it was more straightforward of Cena playing the arrogant role of I'm taking this title away from you, Cody, you have no chance, kind of standard heel things, and Cody just doing the same kind of standard promo that Cody would do, talking it up, saying I'm getting that back at SummerSlam, you can't stop me. That I don't feel would have worked. Why this worked is because it is reversed. The other thing is that the crowd reaction. They know that like that is going to be the last time that they're going to see John Cena. So people cheer for him and they find him entertaining. Like when they did the Punk Cena pipe bomb and that whole thing. That ended well for Cena. The crowd really cheered him, even though Punk was going through the table, lying there the whole time, they were still cheering for Cena. So I think positioning Cena as a cowardly heel was smart, because you don't have the crowd really getting on his side during his promo, being entertaining or making any jabs at Cody, anything like that. And we may see that. We may see that next week or the go home where they really ramp it up. By making Cena more of the coward, you get the crowd more on Cody's side for this thing and for his actions that he did during the promo segment. I also think that part of it, at least right now, they don't want the crowd booing Cody, because they did the one time where they had Cena and Cody in the ring and the crowd was booing Cody when he talked and they were cheering for Cena. And I think maybe going into SummerSlam, they're trying to avoid that and get the crowd really with Cody instead of John. So I love that Cena was like, I can't sign the contract, I can't do this, I've got obligations, he's exhausted, all of that stuff, and he wasn't going to do it. And that they would do it later on down the road where they can do it at Clash in Paris or some other date. So really great work from Cena doing really the ultimate cowardly heel stuff. Cena gets out of the ring, Cody goes after him, they start fighting and brawling. Cena does go for the belt shot and then Cody blocks it, smacks it, and then it pops the belt up and Cody grabs it and nails Cena in the head. Cena goes down because Cody didn't flinch. So it's a nice callback to Cody's original point in the promo segment of, I am not going to flinch. He's not going to miss it this time. So this is the first indication, and I thought the belt shot would have been something they would save for SummerSlam, but they did it here. So I think that it's just the early setup of, okay, we want to establish that Cody's character is not going to hesitate with Cena or pull his punches or anything like that. He had an opportunity to hit him with the belt, he took it, he did it, and Cena goes down. But he didn't stop there, and this is where it gets interesting, and then we could talk a little bit about where they could be going with SummerSlam and the aftermath of that. By the way, if you guys can help me out and you enjoy this video, hit subscribe and hit the like video because it does help a lot. So Cody then has the contract signing table. He takes John Cena, he puts him on it, he takes the contract. I just found it was funny because he just takes the contract with him and he's like, okay, Cena hasn't signed this thing, but loop-de-doo, I'm going up and I'm gonna do a splash with the contract as if it's like a chair, like he's gonna hurt him with the contract folio onto Mr. Cena. So he puts him through the table with a splash, which I thought was great because watching it, I'm like, I haven't seen Cody go top rope and do a splash on somebody in a very long time, it feels. So I like that they did that. And hey, it wasn't covered in Slim Jim this time. Maybe because there's a blanket over top. That could have been why. And then you got Cody. And Cody's just all over Mr. Cena. And he grabs his hand. See, this is where it gets dark for Mr. Cody. Because he's not doing the good guy thing anymore. He grabs his hand. He puts the pen in his hand. And he makes John Cena sign the contract. I am no lawyer. Mostly an idiot. But I will know this. You can't force somebody's signature like that. That doesn't make the match so. So within that, they have a little bit of a nugget to work with, a little tidbit of the story that they can play with, where Cena can come out next week, maybe address and be like, I didn't sign this. You forced me to sign this thing. It was against my will. I didn't want this. I just made it happen to me. But Cody does announce that he's like, in the fine print there, it is going to be a street fight between Cena and Cody at SummerSlam. Now, Cena's obviously not going to get out of this. I like that Cena's whole thing coming in was, I'm going to avoid having the match. You'll get your match, just not at SummerSlam. But now they forced his signature. Cena's just going to have to come out and deal with it. Like, he might play into it a little bit where he's like, you forced my signature. This is invalid. I'm not doing this. Like, in reality, Cena doesn't have to accept this match. We know we're going to get the match. But I'm curious what they do for the next 2 weeks and how they build that or how they play that out where his signature was forced. What do you think they're going to do with that? I hope that it's not just as simple as Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce is like, yeah, it doesn't matter. So the match is happening. Now, the street fight stipulation. Do you think that that was the best move? Call it a street fight, no holds barred, extreme rules, whatever you want. It's the same thing. It allows for interference, which is Triple H's MO with most finishes nowadays, is we're going to have a mushy finish. What I do think is good, though, with a street fight is you've already laid it out to everybody that anything goes, versus the Randy match or even the Punk match. It's a straight up one-on-one, but then you end up with the shenanigans of the ref bump and the ref is gone for 8 to 9 minutes because they're just unconscious, and then everything else happens and then it's chaos, and yet the referee just not alerted by anything. So with the street fight, you get more flexibility. It's less wear and tear. Like, I know they can get very physical, but kind of protects the guys a little bit too. You're reeling chair shots. You don't have to go on to have like suplexes in a big detailed match. Also, it's different than what they did at Mania 41. 41, straight up match, Travis Scott, the interference, and the match itself was slow and plotting and really didn't deliver. This, I think, gives them a new wrinkle, new dynamic by doing a street fight. You're gonna get kendo sticks and chairs that are covered in Slim Jims and vodka, like, let's be honest. Now, Cody in the contract signing segment and attacking Cena the way he did, I think it got a lot of people thinking, okay, this is the turn. Oh, they're doing a double turn right now. Pump the brakes there, young man or lady, or maybe you're not young, but whatever. I don't think that that was really what they were doing. I think Cena was playing cowardly heel on purpose, and I think that was pretty clear. Don't feel like he was trying to be babyface. It was a clear heel John Cena just screwing with management, and he's screwing with Cody Rhodes. Cody, though, bringing up his promo of I'm not gonna flinch, and then hitting him with the title belt, doing the splash, getting down in his face and forcing him to sign the contract as he was on contract. Like, those are all bad guy things. This was not good guy Cody Rhodes. This was different. I like that because I've talked in previous videos of how they could do the Cody Rhodes heel turn or how they could build this match at SummerSlam where it doesn't feel it's just the same thing over and over again. This felt different because it was Cody being the aggressor, not just coming out and talking for 15 minutes about how he's going to win and get the ball back. I really did like that they went in this direction because it is different for Cody. He's going to push forward and do what he needs to do. Also, making it a street fight, it goes in favor for both guys, I think, within the storyline. But for Cody, it allows him to do all the nasty things. Now, you might be thinking in your head, you go, well, he's done these things before. He's been aggressive. Look at the ladder match that he had with Kevin Owens. I agree. You do have that ladder match with Kevin Owens at the Rumble where Cody was very, very aggressive and he was very mean to Kevin Owens. And he was like standing over top of him at the very end. Kevin Owens was destroyed through the ladder and he was on the table. So we've seen this a little bit from Cody before. The question mark is going to be about what are they going to do at SummerSlam in that finish? Because it's a street fight, anything goes, and you're going to get interference. What interference could we get? So let's play a little bit right now, shall we? Number one, you could get interference by Randy Orton. I know Randy is going to be in that tag team Jelly Roll, RKO Roll match, and that thing is probably going to be a lot of fun. What's Randy doing after SummerSlam? Don't know. Maybe he goes back to a one-on-one match with Drew McIntyre, but it would be interesting if Randy got involved in the main event of SummerSlam, RKO out of nowhere to Cody to help Cena retain. Maybe calling back to King of the Ring and Night of Champions, and Cody doing his promo, kind of, I don't know, egotistically putting over guys like Punk and Randy giving him a look like, I don't like that. Maybe a little payback. Maybe where Randy feels like, you know what? Pump the brakes here, darling. You're not ready yet. And maybe it's not your time. And that maybe Randy wants to get back in line against Cena, and then off you go and you have that confrontation. So it's kind of one way you can exit the whole thing and you have Cena retain at SummerSlam. Because I'm of two minds. I think that you could get away with Cena dropping the belt to Cody at SummerSlam, and they slow burn maybe a heel turn, maybe not, from Cody. And if Cena retains, you can go on and maybe have a couple more opponents as he becomes a babyface. You could have like a one-on-one with Logan Paul and some other guys. But if Cody wins, there's different ways they could do it now that it's a street fight. Cody could get help from others to come and help take out John Cena, but I see a couple of options here where maybe it's Cody just being extra aggressive in the match, like at this contract signing, and he's just hitting him with chairs. But Cody maybe takes it too far, because you saw this where it was a belt shot and a splash and a forced signature, and that was all dominating John Cena. Maybe that does get sympathy and empathy in the match. Maybe Cody does things like that in the match and he goes too far, and it results in the crowd kind of being like, Cody, that's enough. He's beaten, just pin him. But he keeps wanting to take him out and destroy him. Maybe Cody then doesn't even win the belt because maybe he's just so fixated on destroying John Cena and it doesn't happen, and then Cena rolls him up or something. But there are other theories. There are other possibilities out there of what they could do. I have an outlandish one that I don't think would happen. If you wanted Cody to go full heel and they do a double turn at SummerSlam, then maybe you want to have Seth Rollins involved. Maybe with Seth's injury, and it's kind of up in the air whether it's real or not. What if Seth did come back at SummerSlam and cashed in on Punk, and Gunther wins the world title, but then on night 2, the new world heavyweight champion comes out and low blows Cena, and he helps Cody Rhodes win the Undisputed Championship. Totally way out there, probably just a 2% chance that would ever happen, but I started wondering about it because there was a look between Seth and Cody maybe 2 months ago where the two of them were just kind of eyeing each other in the ring on SmackDown, and they didn't throw hands. I thought that maybe at one point I remember that Seth and Cody were getting close, they were whispering things to each other, but then that was never touched upon. What if you did have Seth help Cody Rhodes win the belt? And then maybe, just maybe, whether we like it or not, probably not, but maybe you have then Final Boss shows up and makes his return at SummerSlam where he has helped Cody Rhodes. If there is no Seth Rollins, and they maybe don't do something like that because it's silly and complicated, I can see them as another option, a plan B or C, is The Rock does show up I can see it. It may not be everyone's favorite thing. I'm not saying it's the best idea at all. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that Rock shows up towards the end of that match where Cody goes crazy and healed up and Cena is just destroyed in there. Rock's music hits, he gets in the ring, and maybe the two of them, Cena and Cody, are standing there and they watch The Rock get in the ring, and Rock is the one to turn on John Cena, rock bottom, and now you have Cody and Rock aligned, and Cody goes too far and wins the belt that way and becomes the corporate champion. I personally love to see Cody go heel with the belt and go on a nasty heel run because he felt like he had to do, he was desperate, he had to do this to get the championship, the one thing that he ultimately wants. Maybe that does mean he cashes in with the final boss, because Rock is just gonna come in and disappear in a little bit like that, but if it helps with the story and boosts it, then Cody can actually explain the alliance with The Rock. Now you could have it where it's Seth and Cody under the umbrella of the final boss, where both champions on both shows are working with the final boss because they have all the power now. Something like that could be very cool, but even if it was just Cody and The Rock aligned, after SummerSlam, then you can have Cena go off on a face run for the end. Maybe he gets his comeuppance on The Rock at some point, but you move Cena off to get into the babyface role, and then Cody has, like, he can have a 2-year heel run, and it would be the biggest thing at SummerSlam. It's a lot to pull from. There's a lot of options. I love that there's a lot of options for SummerSlam for that main event. But I do see interference. Like, it's a street fight. They're going to have interference in that thing. The question is who. Be very curious though, if as I think about it, would they do that where they try to redo WrestleMania 41, the finish, but they actually give you The Rock, and then The Rock gets involved and helps Cody get the undisputed belt. But what did you think of the SmackDown segment? And overall, I thought SmackDown was pretty good. There's a lot of good stuff on the show. This steel cage match, Fatu and Solo, that's gonna be good. For more WWE topics, click this video right here because we're talking about all the WWE championships, current status going into SummerSlam, and which belts maybe need a little bit of change. Have a great day. See ya.